It's coming from outside the house.
So far, the scariest thing about this game has been the way that pillow moves. I don't like it.
The camera was... Whoa.
Oh no, it's Ron Weasley!
Oh god.
It's Blubby Man Jr. Quick, get him out of here. Blubby Man doesn't have visitation rights.
Clock Tower 3 is actually a sequel to Clarissa Explains It All.
I thought I was a god. Long time no see, Alyssa. I haven't seen you since we were in primary school together. I must be...
I hate it! I hate that way that pillow moves!
I hate the way this man moves.
Am I actually awake? Is this actually happening?
It's the key in his room. Mother always has his key with her. What are you doing with it? You saw her. When and where?
Calm down, calm down.
And now Alyssa becomes the killer.
And she said you might come back from boarding school and asked me to hand that...
What is this?
Just typical childhood friend things.
Yeah.
This is like a really weird choreography for like a musical in a bad, like, sort of Disney movie.
A John Bluth movie.
Well, it looks
Yeah,
like
sort of.
too, Dennis.
I love how animated everyone is.
Then and this is now. Wait a
And
minute.
also how extremely not fitting the VO is for it.
Alright, bye!
Haha.
I'm gonna tell you a deep dark secret. That guy's the scariest thing in the game for me.
That's not a secret. You're not alone in that. I mean, we talk about how the Blobby Man is a terrible roommate, but I would much rather the Blobby Man than that dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a key to our grandfather's room.
To Dick's last resort.
Yep. And so we can figure out what he's been doing. They said earlier that he has been missing for 3 years. So maybe we'll find some information about that in here.
Our grandfather's room / the Blobby Man's gun range.
So there are, like, snails, then there are, like, you know, otters, and that's all I've got for this book of entities.
Book 1! Wow!
Discontinued.
So, we have the subordinate, who is like a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have the entities who, like, kind of create and control the subordinates by putting, like, evil spirits in them. And then we have the rooters,
Who are just so rude.
who are basically us, young women and the teens who have to fight them.
Well, they're teens, of course they're roots.
The Fightin' Rooters sounds like a college team.
This explains why Alyssa's catchphrase has always been Rudy Roo.
Also, that says entities and rudders.
Hey, look.
I'm just glad that this takes place in England, because Rooter sounds exactly like some kind of British subculture that's gonna last for 3 years.
Totally.
Right, like the mods.
Well, the mods are still around today, terrorizing the gamers.
It wasn't a dream.
Ron comes in and's like, hey, did you meet that sledgehammer guy? He seems fucked up.
By the way, I saw the Blobby Man, like, emptying your fridge. Is that okay? I know your mom was saving that pie for when you came home.
I really wanted to go to the bathroom, but I found myself in World War II?
I don't know why, but the Blobby Man was just emptying all your milk into the sewers.
He said something about strong rat bones?
You mean Linda? Isn't she travelling?
Yeah. She's working as a nurse at a refugee camp in Africa. In her last letter, she said she won't be back for at least another 6 months, so I'm free to babysit, walk dogs, look for missing mothers.
Squat in your house like the other guy in here.
Oh shit, I forgot to walk the dog. Sorry, Alyssa.
look at all these babies I sat on.
My birthday?
The dog walked into the den and I didn't see it again.
Remember. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Now check upstairs, will you?
So, the big question is all this stuff supposed to be unsettling?
Yes.
Okay.
Good, they succeeded.
Alright, well, he's out of our hair. Time to investigate.
So is that guy, like, secretly a scissor man, or?
No, he's just like a guy.
Okay.
I'll say it. I think we're all a little scissor man deep down inside.
Anyways, the note that we saw said, like, the key to time is behind you. And so we looked behind our grandfather's portrait, and there were some keys. 2 o'clock. Like, I'm not gonna say that he's, like, the best at setting up, like, riddles.
These are actually just things you put whenever you forget your password.
Right. It's a security question.
Well, you know, like Blobby Man, he was gonna search on like riddles.com, but then he forgot his password, so he just used like the password help for that.
Oh, now we have to go into another restroom. Oh, God. Occupied!
No, there was a demon in there.
Occupied!
So we shake them off, and wow!
Of all places.
What a stink! So there's a spirit attached to this, but we didn't get an item for it. Instead, we have to throw lavender water on this skeleton to make it smell good.
No, it's like... They're like, I've been sitting in the bathtub for years waiting for some refreshing lavender water.
I want you to look at the water that they're sitting in right now. It's not going to be helped by lavender water.
She thought that sigil stone was a bath bomb, and it just went all kinds of bad.
Oh, anyways. We saw a clock previously, and it was in our mom's room. Our mom's room.
Oh, so this is the tower.
Oh, also.
Uh-huh.
Also, that just happens.
They just got a commissioner who gives them an extra painting with a clock in it for free.
Yep.
That's how my clock works. Like, every time the minute hand switches, it's just another painting behind it.
Oh my god.
They really pile up. It's a terrible idea.
She hated the clock and the painting. She was just like, can you just do another one where the clock isn't there?
Unfortunately, the painter was like one of those sicko clock freaks, you know?
Anyways, this is a puzzle where we have to get them set to the correct time, and one of them turns one way and one of them turns the other in a certain amount.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
It's a video game.
Yeah, and we're setting it to the time that was in the picture. Oh no, we fucked up. Blobby Man, do you know how to fix a clock?
Blobby Man definitely wears one of those, like, old Casio
Keyboards?
digital watches.
Blobby Man has like 5 watches on, all set to different times.
Well, you know, he wants to know when his online friends wake up.
He definitely has a Swatch Internet time watch.
So, now we have portal squares, which will teleport us. So now we don't have to enter our bathroom to go to a new timeline.
Oh, thank God.
We just have to pour holy water on the floor. and hope that the maid service doesn't get mad about that.
Well, she's dead. She was in the bathroom.
Oh. And it takes 2 charges.
So, should Alyssa, like, call the police about the dead body, or...?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, so much has happened at this point. A dead
What's
body.
she's gonna say to the cops? Well, she's just gonna say, I tell ya, this one's a stinker, cops.
Okay, Jay. Mm-hmm. You're the cops. You come to this house. The Blobby Man opens the door. Are you gonna stay there?
I shoot immediately.
No, Alyssa definitely the Blobby Man has definitely told her to not call the cops more than once before.
Right, and she's intimidated.
Okay, so here's the big problem, though. Now that Ron Weasley is there, it's a problem because all the cops have the order. If they see Ron Weasley, they have to shoot him on sight.
It's true, he's trespassing.
I was gonna say, Ron Weasley is also definitely a fucking snitch, though.
He hasn't committed any crimes, he's just a freak of nature and deserves to die.
Well, the thing is, the Blobby Man actually has family that works for the London PD. He has his brother, the Bobby Man.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so here's another spirit. This one, we have a half-heart locket that we need to find the other half to.
Hey, maybe the other half is like not a heart. Maybe it's like a triangle or like a hexagon.
You might be right.
The other person has some very serious health issues.
The other person has a puzzle piece locket. They just like did not communicate when they went on this date.
And so, we saw that the inside of this trunk was burned. And this is a burned teddy bear, so probably you just throw them at each other. And there we go, we exorcised another spirit.
They're like, do you have any lavender water?
That'll make me smell a lot better after all the burning. Anyways, yeah, so, like I said before, these aren't, like, necessary to do, but they give you these items that help you out. Like, all these sigil stones are going to help you if you're the kind of person who is in panic mode frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Like you.
Right. But, like, in the game, not in real life.
Yeah, and also just judging by the chase sequences by the first guy, like, there are... I'm guessing it must be a normal thing that there are just times where you will get hit and you can't really dodge that at all.
I'm gonna say, this game would be, like, a lot better if Alyssa moved like this in the gameplay and not just in the cutscenes.
They could have pulled that off with, like, trying to make this a stealth game on, like, the PS3.
What's that?
Mother.
Oh my god, 5 seconds he's all crying for his mom.
Who's ringing that bell? Ah!
God, England's the pits.
Blind people all over. Oh my god, another one.
I was really hoping the cutscene would end there and just be like, oh, okay, it's another hallway.
Albert, where on earth have you got to? I've been waiting for you, waiting.
I guess bloody eyeballs run in the family.
Albert, is that you?
Oh my god. Did we cause this? Oh god.
Oh, Jesus.
I just think it's a natural disaster.
A man holding, like, I don't know, 2 guns taped together comes down and says, I caused this.
Anyways, we can't go back in that door, so, I don't know. Let's check out the rest of the house.
Are you sure?
I mean, why not? Also, I like Alyssa here. Maybe I should straighten it. Not my house.
I should straighten it. I'm not gonna.
This house is weird. Everyone's bleeding from their eyes and ringing bells. Maybe that's just like... Maybe that's like an aesthetic thing I don't understand.
It's another one of those famous British subcultures we hear so much about.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, there's a spirit haunting this house now that we have to be careful of. Thankfully, they can't go upstairs. Classic thing about spirits.
I like this ghost because it reminds me of something from Luigi's Mansion. Lost my eyes today. Don't know how much I can write.
Turns out, quite a bit.
Turns out in old-timey England, you cannot cure blindness. Just found that out.
Can somebody turn the music down? I'm trying to read here.
Turns out the optometrist just poured mercury in her eyes.
Leeches are apparently good for your eyes. Just found that out.
He gave her 10 grams of cocaine and told her it would be better in the morning.
So it sounds like it's not a very safe neighborhood. I don't know if we should move here, guys. I think we should just go back to our house.
Yeah, but the real estate prices are so low.
They're practically giving these houses away.
And it's so close to the city.
It's just a matter of time before they come in and start, just turning all of this shit into condos. This thing is going to be worth a fucking fortune.
So here, we have a moonflower. We got to turn it towards the moon. You get it. You get it.
How do you tell that looks like it has been turned?
Look, I don't question Alyssa. She understands interior design better than I do.
I mean, clearly she has some kind of sixth sense that I do not have.
Right. And that's why she's the one who would find this ladder that goes to the fireplace and you wouldn't. Anyways, now we're in the living room, which we couldn't have gotten into before because it was locked. I didn't show that off, but you can believe it.
I have my doubts.
And the spirit's here now.
Oh, but we can watch some telly.
No, not right now. The spirit's here. They're gonna be really mad if we change the channel.
I always get a little bit, turned around on what time period we're in these worlds.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes. Like that one, the one before, very explicitly 1942. This one, haven't seen a year yet, so...
Yeah, all of the furnishing and,
this
architecture and stuff.
2075.
Man, shit really goes downhill from here, huh?
Yeah, well, this is what happens after Brexit.
Oh my god. Oh no, a dead body! Well, time to raid his court.
Alyssa's like, this one doesn't smell that bad, actually.
So this is a news reporter.
Oh, I thought that there was just a sandwich on the newspaper report.
I also, for a second, you skim a thing real quick and your eye catches something, you get real excited.
There we go, 1962. And John Haig was the name of the man who showed up to this house for the son and mother. And apparently, he kills people by pouring acid all over them.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah!
I mean, you gotta have a gimmick, Chorps. You can't be a regular Deckler serial killer.
Right, not anymore. Not in this economy.
And he Batmaned himself. He fell into a vat of acid.
You don't get a real extensive Wikipedia entry if you just kill people the old-fashioned way,
Yeah, no one's making a true crime podcast episode based on you then. Anyways, so this part's a little weird. We have to leave the room. Well, first of all, so that we can give the heart pendant back to the corpse here.
Oh, so wait, that just leads outside, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we couldn't have opened that from the outside. It was locked.
So this is just a weirdly long house, I guess?
Yes, very, very long house.
So I don't remember if you've mentioned this before, but does the color of the spirits mean anything?
No, I don't think so. It might be a power thing, but no. Anyways, we have to leave so we can come back and notice that the film has been ripped from the camera. Oh, time to go find some film, guys.
Wait, are we just gonna steal the Fatal Frame gimmick now?
Yeah, we have to start taking pictures of all the ghosts and the murderers.
We need more game modes.
And then we make a zine. It's like an expose. Anyways, this is kind of dark, so I don't remember exactly how to get back to where I was. But I figure it out eventually.
Next, a siren's gonna go off and Alyssa's gonna find herself in Silent Hill. And Ron's like, they look like blobbymen to you? Hi.
Mum?
Oh, so that's the mum.
And here it goes with the RuneScape music again.
She's like, Alyssa, always remember to save your progress.
Oh, we got a desk key for our grandfather. He left it in 1962. I get it.
Dick's desk key really sounds like something you could not say 5 times quickly.
Or without getting arrested.
Oh, so now we have to go back and forth between our time period and the past.
Right, because it turns out the only film we can find in our time.
Oh, so that will totally work with the cameras in 1962.
Well, to be fair, our grandfather's really into vintage cameras.
So you're saying, Chirps, that if I really twisted, I could sell this game as a scary Day of the Tentacle?
Yeah, totally.
The next person we have to beat is the guy who gave George Washington his wooden teeth. And he's like, I murdered him with wooden teeth.
It was the greatest scam in the world. So yeah, there's some spooky music playing. Nothing's gonna happen in the house. It just got darker. Presumably Ron's still around here somewhere. His name's not Ron, but I mean, he's Ron.
He's Ron.
You know, the blobby man is just doing like his morning day exercises, you know, with his regular routine of the Halloween soundtrack.
Yeah.
Right, this is like his radio exercise.
Blobby Man is just listening to some really shitty industrial off of SoundCloud.
He's actually having a Halloween party later today. He's gonna put on like the fake screaming.
Right.
Except it's June 21st.
Okay, more entities. Anteaters.
Dogs.
Jury's out on those.
So yeah, this is discussing the fact that in order to defeat a subordinate, we require the sentimental item, like we did with May and the pocket watch in the first level.
Wow, it would own if our grandpa told us something we didn't know.
He's just giving context for it. Oh, cool! A creepy mask!
Cool.
Grandpa loved to keep these. He'd scare me every year.
I mean, you look around the office, he definitely does love to keep creepy masks.
Yeah, look at all of them.
Just put it on, steps, blobby man.
This is actually something he picked up at an anime convention. He's way into JoJo.
Right?
If you put it on, the entire rest of the game, Alyssa just runs around saying, "Please, somebody stop me," in varying intonations.
Oh, he just also kept an arrow on his desk, I guess, just in case of robbers.
No, that's just another JoJo thing.
He's actually a superhero. He's the Flash.
Thanks. Oh, right, because he does camera film. Makes sense.
Ah.
Damn it, you made my joke make sense, you bastard!
The Ruda who battle the entities are scattered all over Europe. We, the Hamiltons, are also of Ruda stock. Of this lineage,
So, is this like retconning the characters from like the first Clock Tower into being Rooters, or?
No.
I don't think so. I think this is like a very different thing. It's just like, oh, yeah, this is... It's more like, oh yeah, this is real, instead of just like...
Rooters are just actually like magical girls, and that's the thing that makes them different.
Finally opened my eyes to the
Yeah.
truth and began my research into
If anything, this is just trying to differentiate it, because, like, before it's just kind of like, oh, all these people are just, like, murderers, and this one is like, oh, they're magical time-traveling murderers.
Important distinction, though.
and peak at age 15. The powers then gradually diminish, usually disappearing entirely by the age of 20. Generations
like my hairline.
the Hamilton clan spent their teens fighting against subordinates for the ruder cause, before marrying in their 20s in order to produce the next generation of ruders.
Please don't call it produce.
Oh god, do we have to marry Ron?
The ruder powers
I mean,
dwindling rapidly,
Look,
and it
we've
is
got a lot more things to worry about before that.
on to the next feat.
I guess it's either him or the Blobby Man.
Hamiltons think of our roots as something of which to be proud.
And let me tell you, there's a clear right choice here.
Also, he calls them females.
Well, the Blobby Man doesn't want to have to get a divorce from his waifu.
Watch her marry.
Don't say waifu.
Another Ruder has been born to the Hamilton household, my first grandchild. I chose for her the name Alyssa.
So that was 1988. We would have just been born. We're just about to have our 15th birthday. So that puts this at 2003, which would be the year the game came out.
Will fulfill her obligation as a noble Ruder.
So, I like, by the way, that Grandpa sees this baby as like, this crying shitting thing, wise beyond its years.
So,
That'll make an excellent magical girl.
it's in my blood.
Wow, Grandpa won Grandpa of the Year.
I have to spend it
Grandpa looking a lot like a South American dictator here.
Dorothy and Albert. Then and only then will I be able to leave this nightmare and see my mum again. I'm sure that
She's really excited about this.
Yeah.
Well, now she's found a way to get her mom back. Anyways, enough of the exposition. Time to go back to 1962. Hey, Blobby Man, I'm gonna go kill another serial murderer. Bye!
I can't wait till we go to the 80s and it's got all the nostalgia and there's like synthwave playing all the time.
Right?
And Alyssa's like, this is just how I remember it. I was one.
Yet somehow the serial murderer is still dressed like someone from the 1800s.
Right.
Right, but he does the moonwalk. And he's solving a Rubik's Cube at the same time.
Serial killer went to the future just to saw Stranger Things. It's like, I remember this.